Trail of Kindness, The Journey of Daisy. Once upon a time, in a far-off land, there was a magical forest where animals of all kinds lived in harmony. The forest was known for its beauty and tranquility, and many travelers came from far and wide to admire its lush greenery and vibrant flowers. One day, a young deer named Daisy was frolicking in a meadow when she stumbled upon a mysterious object. It was a golden locket, with intricate designs etched into its surface. Daisy was curious and picked it up, wondering who it belonged to. As she held the locket, she felt a strange warmth spread through her body. Determined to find the owner of the locket, Daisy set out on a quest. She asked every animal she met if they had lost the locket, but nobody claimed it. As she journeyed deeper into the forest, she began to realize that the locket might hold a greater meaning than she had first thought. What could it be? Daisy wondered. As she continued her journey, Daisy encountered a wise old owl perched on a branch of a tall tree. The owl noticed the golden locket hanging around Daisy's neck and asked her about it. Daisy explained her quest to find the locket's owner, and the owl listened intently. The owl stroked his long white beard and said, "My dear, that locket is no ordinary trinket. It possesses great magic and is said to bring good luck to whoever possesses it. The one who lost it may be in great need of its power." Daisy's eyes widened in amazement. She had no idea that the locket was so special. With newfound determination, she continued her journey, eager to unravel the mystery behind the golden locket and its magic. As she ventured deeper into the forest, Daisy met a group of mischievous squirrels who were busy gathering nuts. They noticed the golden locket hanging around Daisy's neck and were intrigued. One of the squirrels, named Nutmeg, scampered over to Daisy and said, "What's that shiny thing around your neck? It looks important." Daisy smiled and explained her quest to find the locket's owner. The squirrels listened intently and then offered to help Daisy in her search. Together, they scurried through the forest, searching high and low for any clues. As Daisy and her new friends journeyed deeper into the forest, they came across a small cottage nestled among the trees. Smoke was coming out of the chimney, and the sweet smell of freshly baked bread filled the air. Curious, Daisy and her companions approached the cottage, where they found an old woman sitting on the porch, knitting a scarf. The woman looked up and smiled warmly at them. "Greetings, young ones," she said. "What brings you to my humble abode?" Daisy explained her quest to find the owner of the golden locket, and the old woman listened intently. After a moment of contemplation, she spoke. As Daisy and her friends traveled towards the kingdom, they encountered a dark and treacherous path. The trees were dense, and the air was thick with an eerie fog. Daisy felt a shiver run down her spine as she remembered the stories she had heard about this part of the forest. But she knew that she had to press on. With the help of her friends, Daisy navigated through the darkness, relying on her instincts to guide her towards the kingdom. Suddenly, they heard a faint cry in the distance. Daisy and her companions followed the sound until they came across a young girl, sitting by a tree, crying. The girl was none other than the princess who had lost the golden locket. Daisy and her friends sat down to strategize their plan to retrieve the golden locket from the bandits. The squirrels suggested that they could climb the trees and observe the bandits' movements from above. The birds offered to create a diversion by swooping down and making loud noises, distracting the bandits. Daisy was impressed by her friends' ideas and decided to put them into action. With the squirrels and birds leading the way, Daisy and the princess followed close behind, approaching the bandits' campsite. As they got closer, the squirrels climbed up the trees and began observing the bandits' movements. The birds swooped down and created a loud commotion, distracting the bandits and drawing their attention away from Daisy and the princess. Taking advantage of the distraction, Daisy and the princess sneaked into the campsite, searching for the golden locket. After a few tense moments, they finally found it, tucked away in a small chest at the back of the campsite. But before they could make their escape, one of the bandits spotted them and sounded the alarm. Daisy and the princess had to act fast. They grabbed the locket and ran towards the trees, where their friends were waiting to help them make their escape. As they ran, Daisy couldn't help but feel grateful for the friends she had made along her journey. Without their help, she would never have been able to retrieve the locket and reunite it with its rightful owner. Daisy and her friends ran through the forest as fast as they could, the bandits hot on their heels. But with the help of the squirrels and birds, they were able to evade their pursuers and make their way back to the kingdom. Upon their arrival, the princess was overjoyed to be reunited with her golden locket. She thanked Daisy and her friends for their bravery and kindness, and promised to reward them handsomely. But Daisy knew that the real reward was the friendships she had made along the way. She and her new friends spent the day celebrating their victory and enjoying the festivities in the kingdom. As the day drew to a close, Daisy knew that it was time for her to continue her journey. There were still many adventures to be had, and many new friends to be made. With a heavy heart, she said goodbye to her friends and set out once again into the great unknown. As Daisy traveled on, she encountered new challenges and obstacles. But she faced them with the same determination and courage that had brought her this far. Along the way, she met many new friends from different walks of life. She met a wise old owl who shared his wisdom and knowledge with her, a mischievous fox who taught her how to be quick and nimble, and a kind-hearted bear who showed her the importance of compassion and empathy. With each new friend she made, Daisy's journey became richer and more rewarding. She learned new things about herself and the world around her, and grew stronger and wiser with every step. But even as she continued on her journey, Daisy knew that there would always be more challenges to face and more adventures to be had. And she looked forward to them with excitement and anticipation, knowing that she had the courage and resilience to overcome whatever lay ahead. One day, as Daisy was walking through a dense forest, she heard a faint cry for help. She followed the sound and found a young deer trapped in a hunter's snare. The poor creature was struggling to free itself but was unable to do so. Without hesitation, Daisy rushed to the deer's aid. She carefully loosened the snare and helped the deer to free itself. The deer looked up at Daisy with gratitude in its eyes, and then bounded away into the forest. Daisy felt a warm sense of satisfaction knowing that she had helped another creature in need. She continued on her journey, feeling renewed and invigorated by the experience. As she walked, she began to realize that there was a deeper purpose to her journey. It wasn't just about finding adventure and making friends, it was about making a difference in the world and helping those who needed it most. With this newfound sense of purpose, Daisy resolved to continue her journey with even greater determination and compassion. She knew that no matter where the road took her, she would always be ready to lend a helping hand and make the world a better place. As Daisy journeyed on, her reputation as a kind and selfless traveler began to spread far and wide. People from all over the land would seek her out for guidance, comfort, and support. She helped farmers tend to their crops, healed sick animals, and even helped a group of villagers rebuild their homes after a terrible storm. Everywhere she went, Daisy left a trail of kindness and compassion in her wake. Word of her good deeds even reached the ears of the king, who invited her to the palace to thank her for her selflessness and offer her a place in his court. But Daisy politely declined, knowing that her true calling lay in helping others out in the world. So she continued on her journey, traveling from village to village, always ready to lend a hand to those in need. And as she went, she inspired others to do the same, to spread kindness and compassion wherever they went. Daisy knew that she may never reach the end of her journey, but that was okay. For as long as there were people in need, and as long as she had the strength and determination to help them, she would continue to walk the road of kindness, one step at a time. And so, Daisy's journey continued for many years, each day bringing new challenges and new opportunities to make a difference in the world. As she grew older, Daisy never lost her compassion or her desire to help others. She became a wise elder, respected and loved by all who knew her. Her legacy lived on through the countless lives she had touched and the many hearts she had opened. Eventually, the day came when Daisy knew it was time to rest. She found a quiet spot in the forest, where she could sit and reflect on all she had seen and done. As she closed her eyes, she felt a sense of peace and contentment, knowing that she had lived a life full of purpose and meaning. In the years that followed, many travelers passed through the forest, and some even claimed to have seen a vision of Daisy, sitting serenely among the trees, her kind spirit still watching over the world she had helped to shape. And so, Daisy's journey may have ended, but her legacy lived on, inspiring others to follow in her footsteps and make the world a better, kinder place for all.